Hi there. Welcome to our first comprehensive QuickPlumb tutorial. To make this tutorial a little easier to follow, let's define a few terms. Mouse down means to press the left mouse button down and hold it down until you perform a mouse up action. Mouse up is to release the left mouse button at the desired location. Right click is to press the right mouse button. Although we are going to be demonstrating how to design the plumbing system for a small house, the same procedures apply to larger commercial structures. To start, let's bring the architect's plan into our workspace. Select File, Import Plans, PDF from the top menu bar. This will open the File dialog box, allowing you to browse and find the file for our house. This file would typically be provided by the general contractor or the architect. Use the left mouse button to select the area that you want to import. Since we are only concerned with the floor plan, we will draw a square over this area. This is done by a mouse down action in one corner of the floor plan and a mouse up action in the opposite corner. Then click the Import Selected Area button. We now need to set the scale of the imported plan so that QuickPlumb knows the size of the fixtures and pipes that we will be placing on the plan. Zoom into the plan using the mouse wheel or the plus button from the top toolbar. Find a dimension line to use as a sample and do a mouse down action at one end of the dimension line. Do a mouse up action at the other end. At this point, you will see your line with two perpendicular lines, one at each end. If you want to fine-tune the length of your line, you may click on either of the perpendicular lines. The perpendicular line will turn red, indicating that it can be adjusted either with your mouse or the arrow keys on the keyboard. When you are satisfied with the position of the line, press the Enter key. Now enter the distance given on the plan for the dimension line in the box at the top. Press the OK button to the right of the box. You have now successfully set the scale for floor level 0. The same scale will be applied to upper floor levels by default. If the upper floor levels are imported with a different resolution, you will need to set the scale for each floor level in the same manner as floor level 0. To do so, import the next floor level by switching to the next floor level in the Floor Level drop-down list in the left toolbar. Import the plan just as you did before. If the resolution is different than before, then click the Set Scale button on the bottom left toolbar. Set the scale as you did previously. Setting the scale after clicking the Set Scale button will only affect the currently selected floor level. Now that we have imported plans for each floor level, we will need to align them properly so that they are stacked correctly one above the other. Start by drawing two lines that represent a common point on the plan, such as a stairwell, elevator shaft, or if there is a common corner on the exterior of the building. Switch to the next floor level up. Click on the four-way arrow in the bottom left toolbar. This allows you to adjust the position of the imported plan using the arrow keys on the keyboard. Move the plan until the two lines correspond to the same point on the upper floors. Once the current floor level is in alignment, press the Enter key to lock it in. Move to the next floor up, if any. Now is a good time to save your project. Click on File, Save, and name your project. It is a good idea to keep all the files for each project in one folder. Go ahead and create a new folder and give it a name that is similar to the project name. Drawing a line wall or pipe in QuickPlumb with the mouse is like putting pen to paper. When the left mouse button is down, the pen is on the paper and any movement of the mouse will draw. No movement is recorded until the mouse up action occurs. Any action can be undone using the Undo button in the top toolbar. We are now ready to add walls to our project. Click on the Wall option button to the left. Select the size of the wall, or you can type the size in the drop-down list box. Select the type of wall you are drawing. We will start with exterior walls. The type of wall determines how QuickPlumb routes pipes to fixtures. Exterior walls force pipes to turn at a 45-degree angle as soon as they penetrate vertically down through the floor. The purpose is to avoid a collision with footings and framing members. Interior walls allow pipes to continue vertically through the floor. Offset walls can act the same as exterior walls in that they force an offset at the floor level. Draw walls by doing a mouse down action and moving from one end of the wall to the other, tracing over the walls on the imported plan. Doing a mouse up action will terminate the wall. Subsequent walls are connected to existing walls in the same manner. Exterior walls are usually required for each project. Interior walls can be omitted if there are no plumbing fixtures against them. If your project involves piping to be placed under a concrete slab, then you will want to adjust your wall locations exactly as shown on the architectural plans. First, draw dimension lines across the overall dimensions of the exterior walls, including any offsets. Then adjust walls on your plan to match the dimensions given on the architect's plans. Imported plans are sometimes slightly out of scale. The important thing to remember is that the walls that you draw in QuickPlumb must be correct when doing concrete slab plumbing. It is okay to shift the imported plan a little in order to get fixture location where there are no dimensions given. This is done using the four-way arrow in the Align image box on the lower left toolbar. Just move the imported plan using the arrow keys so that the walls in QuickPlumb are as close as possible to the walls in the imported plan. Press the Enter key when you are done. With the walls in place, we can bring in fixtures. You will notice that fixtures rotate and snap to walls when in close proximity. Once the fixture is placed, the Snap To feature is no longer active. This allows you to fine-tune the location regardless of its proximity to the walls. If you want to reactivate the Snap To feature, you may delete the original fixture and drag a new one from the toolbar. The fixture location can be fine-tuned by selecting the fixture and using the arrow keys on the keyboard to move it. Each key press is a 1/4 inch unless the Shift key is pressed simultaneously. Press the Enter key when you are satisfied with the location. QuickPlumb includes some of the most common fixtures as examples. You are free to add and customize your own fixtures. Fixtures have various properties such as dimensions and water supply demand. QuickPlumb's pipe sizing feature uses the fixture demand data to calculate the optimum pipe sizes for the entire system. Fixture codes are generic abbreviations that represent placeholders for common data such as WC1, WC2, LAV1, LAV2, P1, P2, P3, etc. Fixture codes are used to ensure consistency of fixtures used on a project. All fixtures that share the same model number and installation material list can use the same fixture code. You are encouraged to use the same fixture codes as the architect in order to ensure consistency. You can add as many fixture codes as you like. Since QuickPlumb relies on fixture codes to create material lists, fixture codes cannot be deleted. You may, however, rename fixture codes to match the architect's code list. When you right-click on a fixture and select Properties, you are presented with two lists. The list on the left is the fixture code, and the list on the right is the actual fixture with its own model number. The right list contains all the fixtures of the selected fixture type, for example, toilet, sink, tub, etc. The Details button shows the data for the actual fixture. If you select a different fixture from the list on the right, but you don't change the fixture code on the left, then all the fixtures that share that fixture code will change as well. This makes it easy to update selections when the customer wants to switch to a different toilet, for instance, for the entire project. If you want to introduce a new fixture into the project, be sure to give the new fixture a unique fixture code by selecting a new unused code from the list on the left or creating a new one. One more note about fixture codes: material lists are based on the fixture code regardless of the actual fixture assigned. This means that if you set QuickPlumb to order one angle stop for each toilet in your project for the trim-out phase, it will do so even if you switch to a different toilet. This makes it easy to switch to a different fixture without having to set up a new item list for the new fixture. Any toilet, for example, that requires special items to be ordered should be assigned a different fixture code even if it is assigned the same model toilet. With fixtures in place, we can connect pipes. It makes no difference which type of pipe we insert first. We will start with drain waste and vent pipes. To draw the first DWV pipe, do a mouse down action at the downstream end and move the mouse upstream. Do a mouse up action at the upstream end. After drawing the first pipe, a box will open asking for the depth of the downstream end of the pipe. We will set it at minus 48 inches for this tutorial. Be sure to use a negative number if it is to enter the building below the floor level. Subsequent pipes will inherit the depth from the connecting pipe with no user input required. You may connect to the existing pipes in the plan, front, or side views. The fastest way to add branch connections is to do a mouse down on the branch where you want the new pipe to connect. You may mouse down on the end or at any point along the length of the intersecting pipe. Then mouse up at the upstream end. To connect a fixture to a pipe, you may choose from several different methods. You can do a mouse down action on the fixture and drag the mouse to a pipe, then release. You can also right-click on the fixture and select Connect DWV. A list box will open allowing you to select a number that is assigned to each pipe. With the pipe number and the pipe size selected, click on the Connect button. Another way to connect DWV pipes to fixtures is to right-click on the fixture, select Connect DWV, and then click on the pipe. Using this method, click on the end of the pipe if you wish to connect to the end. Yet another method is to right-click on a pipe, select Connect Pipe to Fixture, then choose the fixture number from the list. You will notice that when pipes are connected to a fixture in the plan view, the vertical pipe leading to the drain location on the fixture is automatically added. Also, for wall-mounted fixtures, the trap arm, sanitary tee, and a short vent pipe is added automatically. The vent pipe can be extended upward in the front or side views by selecting the pipe with a single mouse click and dragging the end upward. The vent can be connected to vent headers by releasing a vent near another vent pipe. Keep in mind that all attempted connections must result in a valid fitting arrangement or the action will be ignored by QuickPlumb. In multi-story projects, it will be necessary to add soil and waste stacks to receive the waste from upper-level fixtures. The fastest way to add a stack is to click on the T button on the top toolbar while in the plan view. This will open a drop-down list. Select the word Stack from the list. Next, click on any horizontal pipe that you want to select as the base of the stack. Be sure you have the desired pipe size set in the left toolbar. Also remember that the stack cannot be larger in diameter than the receiving horizontal branch. The resulting stack will extend a few feet above the currently selected floor level. You can change the position and size of the stack in the front or side view by first selecting it with a single mouse click. Press the Enter key or click on any blank area when you are satisfied with the location and size. While in the front or side view, we will draw any horizontal branches that are to discharge into the stack. Just a short horizontal pipe will do for now. Then we will switch back to the plan view to adjust and extend the new branch. Since we are now working on upper floor connections, it will be necessary to hide lower floor pipes in order to avoid confusion. We will do this using the Viewfinder in the upper right corner of the screen. Zoom into the viewfinder enough to recognize the piping and fixture arrangement. Then draw a square around the area on which we are currently working. This would be one of the upper floors in our example. The square is drawn by a mouse down in one corner of the desired area and a mouse up in the opposite corner. This can be reset at any time by clicking the Reset button. This will cause the pipes outside of the square in the plan view to turn gray and become dormant. The gray pipes will not respond to any mouse events. If you want to temporarily remove the gray pipes from the view, click the Hide Gray Pipes checkbox in the viewfinder. Now we can proceed with the connection of pipes on the upper floors just as we did on the lower floor. By going from the plan view to front and side views, We can shape and mold our plumbing system to any desired configuration. Water distribution pipes are drawn in much the same way as DWV pipes, with some minor differences. Hot water pipes cannot be drawn until a water heater has been connected. Once the cold water has been connected to the water heater, a hot water pipe is automatically extended from the heater into the floor system or ceiling. Initially, the hot water pipe will parallel the cold water pipe going into the heater. Of course, you may move and reroute the hot water pipe as desired. The same methods of connecting DWV to fixtures apply to water distribution. It is important to note that you will need to specify which pipe you are connecting, hot or cold. When connecting cold water, all hot water pipes are ignored and are considered dormant. The same is true when connecting hot water pipes. Cold water pipes are ignored. This prevents you from unintentionally trying to connect a hot line to a cold line and vice versa. With pipes and fixtures drawn, we are ready to move to the next step. If you will be doing groundwork for a concrete slab to be poured over your lower level pipes, then you will want to get the stack locations on the plan. Since there are no walls at this point, you will have to pull dimensions from either block exterior walls or concrete forms. QuickPlumb provides a feature that gives you stack locations for each fixture represented in distance from fixed elements such as forms or block walls. You will need to draw reference lines on your plan that represent these forms or block walls. Select the line option from the left toolbar. Directly below that, you will see three types of lines. Choose the top option, which is the reference line option. You may now draw and position reference lines wherever there is a form or block wall from which to pull a measurement. Once you draw a line, select Dimension Line, which is the second option in the box. Mouse down on the reference line and mouse up on the closest wall of known distance to the reference line. Now select the reference line and adjust its location while monitoring the distance indicated by the dimension line. Many times, the forms or block walls share the same exterior perimeter as the exterior walls. When this is the case, you may draw your reference line near one or both ends of the wall. A message box will appear asking if you want QuickPlumb to snap to the exterior of the wall. If you select yes, then the newly drawn line will move against the wall, removing any guesswork. Likewise, draw any reference lines that you want to use to position the fixture stacks. With the reference lines in place, we can view fixture coordinates. Select View, Fixture Coordinates from the top menu. QuickPlumb will automatically space the coordinate dimensions so they don't overlap. You may easily adjust the locations by hovering over them one at a time. When a line turns red, you can drag it to its new location. Once all lines are spaced properly, you may print or export the drawing for use in the field. If the coordinates are implemented accurately, all pipes will fit together correctly, with no bending or need for alignment after assembly. The pipe cut list will be calculated based on these stack locations and the fitting dimensions. Fitting dimensions are in Settings, Fitting Dimensions in the top menu bar. Select Create Pipe Cut List to print or save the pipe cut list. You may cut your pipes with a chop saw in a controlled environment to produce a clean square cut on each pipe. Anytime you change a pipe or stack location, it is important to create a new pipe cut list and discard any old list you may have. You will need to print a drawing showing the pipe numbers that correspond to the pipe cut list. Select View Pipe Numbers from the top menu bar. Use the viewfinder to hide any pipe numbers above the slab by drawing a square around the pipes starting at the slab level and moving down to include all pipes below the slab. This will hide any unneeded pipe numbers. Select File, Print, File, Export Picture, or File, Export to AutoCAD. It is a good idea to print a 3D view of your project for the field personnel so that they can see the finished product. This will ensure a good understanding of the scope of work to be performed. A bill of materials can be generated by selecting Create Bill of Materials from the top menu bar. The items included in this list are derived from two sources. One is from your drawing, and the other is from the selections you have made for each of your customers. Click on Settings, switch Edit Customer from the top menu bar or from the customer list. This will open a box allowing you to add a new customer or select an existing customer from the list. Click on the Customer Materials selection button. This will open the Customer Material Control panel where you can set items to be ordered for each phase of construction. You can assign items for each of your fixture codes, and you could change fixtures to assign to each fixture code as well. You will also set the type of piping material to be used for this customer here. Remember that items will stay with the fixture code and not the fixture. By clicking on the Fixture Type buttons on the far left side, you can add or remove items for each phase of construction. When QuickPlumb generates an estimate, it uses this list and includes all phases of construction. If the Add to all fixture codes of selected type checkbox is checked, the item being added will apply to all codes of the selected type. For instance, if the green square is over toilets, then the item will be added to WC1, WC2, WC3, etc. for the selected phase of construction. The options for phase of construction are slab, under concrete, top out or rough in above concrete, and final trim out. You can also assign items based on length of DWV piping and water distribution piping categorized by pipe size. We are now ready to generate a bill of materials for our slab phase. Select Create Bill of Materials and select the slab phase. Be sure that the correct floor level is set, indicating the level that slab is on. In QuickPlumb, it is possible to set the slab on floor level 1 and use floor level 0 for structural drawings, partial crawl spaces, or the architect might be putting a slab over a parking garage. In those circumstances, set the slab level to 1 before creating the bill of materials. You are now ready to send the bill of materials to the supply house or submit it to your inventory management department. That does it for this tutorial. Let us know if you have any questions or comments, and be sure to follow us on YouTube and Facebook.